Hey, welcome to Chopper's Charts. Going to be covering a little study. I just took on my trades, so this is kind of a carry on from my last video. I've been studying the trades. I've been studying the sessions that I have where I'm doing my weekly time frame trading. This is my strategy that I'm sticking to. I'm not changing things on my strategy. I'm not trying to tweak it anymore. I have it. I'm just trying to get better at it. Trying to see it better, trying to see the whole chart better. What leads up to a good trade? What characteristics of my strategy work better in what situations? So, one of the things I've been wanting to do is, after listening to a couple of Market Wizards books, which I highly recommend. Market Wizards, I've listened to the New Market Wizards, Unknown Market Wizards, and currently listening to Next Generation Market Wizards, which is really good. All those books, they're always talking about tight losses, tight losses, tight losses, tight losses. And so I wanted to see, like, is there a way I could work on my losses? So what I did is I took my weekly time frame trades and from 2022 to 2024. I'm still working on 2025, so I didn't look at those. I didn't include those in the mix. In there, I do my trade rating filter, which is a 3, 4, and 5. This is my C trade, my B trade, my A trades. I know, honestly, we'd like to be all, in the A trade, but I think being in that range of average to good is kind of where we're really going to be. I'm hoping to take my average trades maybe and kill them a little bit, you know, stay in the 4 and the 5 more, or maybe make my 3 better. In my last video, I did TradeZella. Coach Taz, TradeZella AI, helped me go through my rated trades, and that's kind of where we ended up coming up with. We need to tighten that. What criteria that makes a C trade, and why am I taking them? So, kind of working on that. That's one of the things I'm working on. So, with those filters, I've got my trades, and I wanna go through each trade. I've only got 68 to go through, so it's not too hard. I would say if you get within about 50 trades, you want to go back through, study them, look at them, review them, see what's going on. So here's a different way of looking at it. I didn't have this tagged category when I did this trade. I didn't have it. I just came up with it. This is called drawdown, my drawdown category. And in the drawdown category, I have none, like I had no drawdown. So where I entered, it did not cross back across my entry line. A full drawdown, meaning it came all the way to my stop. Less than half means it came past my, excuse me, past my entry, and but not quite halfway. And then more than half. That went more than half, but not quite full. So I'm kind of doing this, and I went through all 68, and I opened my 1 hour chart that I screenshot, and I look, and I got in here. Price pretty much just took off up. We had one pullback, but it didn't break. It went sideways for a long time, but then it took off. But it never broke. And at this point, my stop loss is probably when I'm doing this trade and back testing, or even in life, I would be stuck right here at my entry level for a break even, waiting for something to take off. So that's what I'm looking at. I have no drawdown. Okay. And so I went through pretty quick, and I marked it here. So you can make tags after the fact. You can mark tags after the fact. And then I just start going down the line, opening it up, going, here's my entry. In this entry, I had it break down very little, like almost nothing. So I said less than half. And this is giving me an idea. Now you got to know that when I'm trading, if it is MBT, it's a $200 stop, $600 profit, and that's it on every trade. So what I'm doing is my entry point in the 1 hour, I want to see that I can get an entry so that my stop is behind a strong candle. We can open this up, or a pullback. So I want to know that my stop could be, if I'm entering here, can I be below this strong candle? And I could. So I want to either be there, or if I entered up here, I want to at least be here at the pullback. So that's where I want my stop. If I'm going to enter and my entry can't meet that criteria, then I don't take that trade. So that's kind of how I judge that. I don't worry about getting below the action line or anything like that, like Tory Trades teaches. So that's how I do it. $200 loss, $600 take profit, and then I just trail on that. So go through a couple more here. Here's where I had my entry. Oh, I think we already saw this one. I went the wrong way. Here's where I had my entry. We got in. It never came back below that line. So what's this telling me is that, and these are my 5-star that we're kind of looking through right now, is that my really good A+ trades, they're not coming back. So why would I want to hold $200 stop loss when I don't need to? So again, none. I just changed that. This one entered here. We got a little bit of a pullback, came down, a little bit of pullback. So as far as I can see right here, we had less than half. And that's why I tagged it, less than half. So you can see that I'm getting that figured out. And went through all 68. And this is kind of the neat. Now I did all that tag. Now I can go to my reports, and I can go and pull up tags, which I'm already in, and I got drawdown. So now I can look at these drawdowns and see what's happening. So the full drawdown, I come up with a negative. So when it's a full drawdown, obviously I'm losing money. Some of them come down, nearly hit my take profit or my stop loss, and moved on. You can see out of 8 trades, I had a win of 450, but I probably had a bunch of losses to come up with a negative. Less than half, 91% win rate. No pullback, 100% win rate. More than half has a 75% win rate. So I have 12 trades. This needs more data. These two are good. They're over 20. I like that. I'm looking forward to seeing this number over 50. These really are not good to go by yet, but enough for me to know that it's not profitable. I got more than half, 4 trades, 75%. But if I took these 12 trades and I took half, so say $100 loss instead of a $200 loss, I'd have $1,200 less. Right now, that would not have affected the overall outcome by that much. So looking at the instruments, it looks like most of my full losses were on gold and MYM. My more than half are not very common, so that's a plus. My none, I mean, look at that. It's almost straight across the board, 10, 9, and 10. Less than half is a bit scattered. It looks like gold will dip back more so than MBT and a little bit more than MYM. So what's that telling me? I'm reading this. I'm looking at this data, and I went back because I wanted to just look at this a little bit more and say, okay, I got in here. If I was halfway, you know, half the loss. This is really close. Might have hit it, maybe not. It comes back. Where do I, if I got hit, I mean, I'm not hurt. Look how sideways this trade went to get down to my TP. I don't think it would have been a big hurt. It wouldn't have hurt me that much. But if I'm at halfway, I don't get hit, it comes down. After this move comes back, I'm at break even. I'm going to put my stop right here, right above this candle, because I know the chances of it coming back now are minimal. At least I'm going to be at break even, and then I can let this work out some more, and then I can slowly move my, because once I'm at break even, I'm safe essentially from loss. I'm protecting my capital. So I'm trying, I guess what I'm trying to say here, I'm trying to change my focus more from how much money am I making, am I hitting my TP, and what can I do to adjust my stop loss so I don't get stopped out. That's been a big burden on me. It's always been a battle. And now I want to be more aggressive with my stop loss, getting to break even. How can I do that? That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm studying with these charts, going through them. I'm looking, you know, we got a good move up. This stop just goes boom right there. I got a good strong move up. If it's coming back, I don't want to be in it. And then I can start trailing. Let's go here. Again, oh, that was that last one I just did. So here we got a nice little pump, and it took off. I don't want to leave this down here hoping it's going to come back to me. I want to get up here. And then we took off again, and we started going sideways. And you can see I trailed my stop to just below that. And sure enough, it came down. I should have, honestly, looking back at this is one of the things I'm looking at, is we came down and we started another move up. After about this pullback here with that candle, I should have been right here. I should have been right here. May have added another $100 or so to the trade. Why not? If it's, you know, if trade's coming back, it's coming back. I don't want to wait for it. I don't want to sit here and wait forever for it. I'm already in the trade for a day or two for most of my trades. I don't need to wait longer. So that was my little study. You saw the reports. I got a little bit more work to do on it. I'm currently doing this trading system in 2025. Just so you know, that first one I did, MBT, was just an absolute 4 trades. I had 4 trades in MBT for 2025. and only one winner, 2 losses, and a break even. So kind of that's why you got to try different years, different markets, different times. 2025 was a tough year, and there were moves. They just didn't fit my trading strategies. So I'm okay with that. But part of this was me tightening and trying to get. We'll look at this one. I was trying to get better at moving my stops tight. And so I had a break even at a $45 and a $54 loss. And I had one winner. So that's not too bad. I 33%, and I got a 12.06 win-loss average for that year. That's really good. That's really good volume. And as you know, if you watch my videos, I'm playing one contract only. Learning a scalable system. I'm learning a system. I have a system that can be scalable. My goal, I'm doing one contract in the micros right now. My goal when I'm at my peak of trading currently right now in my head is 10 contracts in the mini. So that'll be 100 times the volume. So this would be it would be a $50,000 year for MBT. So I'm okay. I got 2 other instruments. We'll see how those pan out. Currently in MYM, I got 6 trades. I'm halfway through the year. I'm up 1,000. So there's 100,000. So as long as I don't lose too much, I'm currently 150,000 in those 2 instruments. And then I still got gold. See how that goes. So yeah, that's what I got. Just another way of looking at how to study your trades. What can you gain? What information can you gain to better your trading? Especially if you already have a system. If you have a system that you know and that you're practicing and you're not tweaking it and you're not changing it. And so now you're just practicing. You're just overdoing it over and over and over so that when you see it in the live market, you know what to do. You're just making it better and better to recognize, better to see, better to understand, because you're not changing it. When you get to that point, these are the things you want to look for in your trades. Go back, study your trades, get to know them. That's all part of backtesting. You're going to spend, you want to spend 90% of your time backtesting, studying, learning, listening to good books, watching good videos, and everything, and 10% of your time actually trading. That's the boring stuff. That's the stuff that makes you succeed. Listening to Market Wizards, these guys outworked me, and studying and doing what they had to do to become market wizards. I don't want to be a market wizard, but I wanted good income. So it still takes time, still takes study, still takes effort. Enjoy it. Remember, this one trade will not make you wealthy, but it is one more trade closer to wealthy trading if you learn from it. See you guys. Thanks.